Meter training. What do we want to use in our meter? How do we want to use it? How do we want to carry it around? Let's unpack. This is my meter bag. I've had this one for years. It fits a lot of stuff in it. Let's go. The very front, we have specialty tools. These are back probes. Use them a lot with the generator world. Instead of front probing the front plug and bending the plugs, we are required to back probe into the back of a wire connector or punch through insulation and get into a piece of wire midway. So that's what these are for. Another very important item, lockout. Very important. Have this handy. I've got a spare hanging here. Tick tracer. Verify power's off. See what's going on. Not my troubleshooting tool, just a confirmation tool. My favorite ammeter. Okay. I have this ammeter because it is so easy to use. You don't even have to have the wire connected, so you can fish it in around to get ammeter checks. And you don't even have to have it connected back into itself. As soon as you get around the wire a little bit, it gives you the amperage reading right on it. And you can peak high and low. It's hard to watch peaks, but it does do a pretty good job. Negative side of this guy is it does not do DC, no DC, just AC. So very important to know if you're working on batteries or solar or anything like that. Okay, so my trusted 177. Okay, I guess the 117 has that low Z impedance, and I do like that. I have been buying the 117 low Z impedance for the other electricians to put in the vans, and it's good. This guy I'm just super familiar with, this is what I want to make a video about specifically, is just going through and breaking down all the meters. Right now we're unpackaging what I have to help me troubleshoot. The best and worth the weight in gold, if you use them correctly, are these leads, because these leads can extend and retract. So if you're reaching in somewhere, whether it be a super easy reaching into an outlet box, reaching into somewhere where there's close wires and you're reading some stuff, this will keep it from shorting out. You just twist them, you hold and twist. Okay, and if you got to get back into a terminal, you pull it out and go. And then you can still have plenty of room to punch on your back probe. Okay, so then you can do your test on the back probes that way. And then it also adapts over to a clamp, roach clip, these things. So this helps you clamp onto a lug or a wire and go there. There's a lot of other ends and connectors that I like to have. I don't have them anymore. It frustrates me with the price of leads. These leads are very expensive, and the kits to get more of these are very expensive. So I've held on to these for a very long time and keep it very neat and orderly, essentially, in my bag of tricks. Spare 9-volt battery. I keep this around. I also occasionally have a little jumper in here that has spades on it already. I've needed it. I've known to keep it. I keep it around for that reason. So, unpacking the bag. Very front, infrared. Because I am an expert troubleshooter, I do believe in IR. It finds bad connections a lot. It can prove a lot of things. This is one of the more expensive items in my bag, but it comes in so handy for troubleshooting, which is where I pride myself on what I'm good at. And lockout tag. Okay. Do not operate tags, lockout tags. Keep them in there handy. Fuse puller. And this is just a fiberglass one. It's pretty good. I like it because of course, you can reach in and grab a hot fuse. It's no big deal. I modified this a little bit so I could grab smaller fuses on the tips. So if you look real closely, I took a round file and let's see, here you go. You can see I made those round so I can grab smaller fuses. Found that to be very handy, and it does come in handy. I've made them pretty aggressive, so I can grab stuff pretty easy that way. Let's see, a little piece of thermostat wire. Not sure why I have that. I'll show you what this is in the meter training. This is a thermocoupler. I use this mainly for showing meters to other people. I don't do a whole lot of thermocoupler wiring, but to explain how the thermocoupler works and also how the millivolt function works, I keep this around. Breaker lockout, very key here. Why do we use breakout lockouts? Because we're professionals. Super easy. This thing flips open, slides on the breaker, screws tight on the breaker. You can put your lock, zip tie a tag on there, keep yourself safe. Very, very valuable. A hasp, a gang lockout. Usually keep a couple of these around. I got a couple floating in my truck, kind of locking out a switch, like an air switch for an outage or something like that. Keep that handy in there. I already showed you the tick tracer. These, I keep quite a few of these in handy as I'm troubleshooting a lot. So a test jumper, okay? We keep these around. They're very handy. These are just Amazon items, but they have a big clamp, very strong clamp, good insulation. You can see the rubber runs right to the tip, so that keeps your hands off of it. You're wearing gloves anyways, but that keeps your hands or anything shorting out, essentially. That's what's in my bag, and that's what we use out of my bag. I do have outlet testers in here, so that makes it easy to verify when outlets are out. And couple HVAC jumpers. These are good for, these are magnets actually, pretty neat. And they can jumper like thermostat terminals, the metal thermostat terminals. So if you wanted to go from red to Y to turn on the coil because the thermostat's not doing it or you got it off the wall, you can just jumper together. These are pretty neat little jumpers, but they are a little bit of a pain to store and carry around. Last but not least, a trusty old friend of mine from the power company let me have the retired rotation meter. They retired it. I keep inspecting it. The white insulation is good. It works. ABC or ACB. Okay, it works good. This is a small rotation meter. They do make small rotation meters. I'd rarely ever use that one. It's just for a pinch. So that's me unpacking my meter bag. This is a Vito bag. They're more expensive, but it comes in handy.